Everything's gonna be alright. And when we get there, I'ma see a pretty young thing. I'ma ask her to take my hand. Head to the floor, we gon' dance. And when we get there, best believe we're gonna do a two-step. Ain't no drama in here, so don't stress. Step to the right, then side to the left. Yeah.
Good evening, welcome to the Stephen Knight Show. Hope you're having a great Monday and hopefully it'll get a little better for you now. Tonight we're dedicating our show to nothing but hot topics. We're discussing everything going on. Wesley Snipes still owes the IRS $9.5 million. He lost his, he tried to overturn that, but he lost that case. Plus, we're recapping the Housewives of Atlanta. They came back last night, as well as Cardi B just signed a big deal with Reebok. And then Drake. He was profiled. He's accusing this casino in Vancouver of profiling him and not giving him service. We're breaking all that down. Plus movie reviews, sports, and the best indie music out there. Now, I want to remind you, we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and of course our official website, thestephennightshow.com. You can also find us out on iHeartRadio, Google Play, Spotify. Just go to our website, thestephennightshow.com. Now, tonight, today would have been my mother's 66th birthday. She actually passed away 3 years ago. So I'm thinking about her tonight. This show's dedicated to her. I love you, Mom. I miss you. And continue to rest in peace. All right. We're right back after this with Hot Topics.
Do I swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Let me take a minute. What is my reason for cheating? Let's start from beginning. Let me take a minute. It's clear I made the wrong move. It went down in the DM like the song do. I didn't mean it to happen. She just wanted that action. Body stop moving, I'm folding. Try to talk myself out of it, I'm going. She got the rubbing, I start the boju. But then I probably lose it all focus. Hold up, damn, you don't wanna hear me. I can tell the truth, but to you it's all theory. Tell me, you can stay here, I'ma leave it. And I'ma take it back to the block out east. She like, rewind. Let me take a minute. Rewind. Rewind. She said she take a minute. Rewind. Let me take a minute. She said she wanted the middle and then no. Do I swear to tell her whole truth and nothing but the truth? Let me take a minute. She was just feeling my vibe when I looked in her eye. Let me take a minute. 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 I place the blame cause I'm popping, I'm rocking. Hold up, losing that option. I really started from the bottom, honest. See, I'm just speaking on the topic. Easy, shawty, I don't really want you leaving. Truth is, she was on the troll and I was feeding. And at your weakest moment, wasn't there for the healing. Been a broken man, how I'm supposed to pick the pieces up? Maybe you was right, I ain't really good enough. Suitcase I'm packing, she give no reaction. She thinking I'm capping her body like she like. Rewind. Let me take a minute. Rewind. Let me take a minute. Rewind. Let me take a minute. She said she wanted the middle and then no. Do I swear to tell her whole truth? Nothing but the truth, let me take a minute. She was just feeling my vibe when I looked in her eye. Let me take a minute. 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 Oh, she said she want the. Let me take a minute. She said she want the. Let me take a minute. She said she want the big shit. Rewind. Let me take a minute. Rewind. Let me take a minute. Rewind.
all the love that I had to give. I gave you all the life that I had to live. I gave you all my ups when I was down. I gave you all the smiles when you had frowns. You took advantage all my time when you had none to share. Gave the love of two hearts when one couldn't bear. I gave all hope when you had to disappear. I gave you all my tears when you weren't even here. You took advantage of my love. Not wasting no more tears on you, I'm giving up. Hey love, this'll be the last time I'll be addressing this conversation. What your dog is, all the lying and the cheating and your smiles were deceiving. I've been thinking about this moment, should I stay or leave it? Now I'm feeling so defeated, no, let me finish. Got me competing, stay after cheating. You and my BFF having secret meetings. You gave me more than a reason. Yeah. And this time I mean it, I am leaving you. All the love that I had to give. I gave you all the life that I had to live. I gave you all my ups when I was down. I gave you all the smiles when you had frowns. You took advantage all my time when you had none to share. Gave the love of two hearts when one couldn't bear. I gave all hope when you had to disappear. I gave you all my tears when you weren't even here. You took advantage of my love. This is coming to an end, baby boy. I had enough. Drag me through the mud for the last time. I'm canceling your service. This the last line. Yeah, don't call me, don't text me, don't snap me, boy. I ain't begging. Don't call me, don't text me, don't snap me. I'm on to the next thing. Got no more to give for wasting my time. $1 million love, no more lifelines. Passing on puppy love until the right time. The right time. This is the last time. I gave you all the life that I had to live. I gave you all my ups when I was down. I gave you all the smiles when you had frowns. You took advantage all my time when you had none to share. Gave the love of two hearts when one couldn't bear. I gave all hope when you had to disappear. I gave you all my tears when you weren't even here. Took advantage.
Hey, yo, peace world. It's the Love King of R&B, Raheem Devon, and you're listening to the Stephen Knight Show. Keep it locked right here. Love life.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Miss Parker, how's it going?
Happy Monday. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. An eventful weekend, huh?
Very eventful. It was a great weekend.
Yeah, it was. And shout out to Mel, her birthday. We celebrated. She came from LA. We had a good time.
Yeah. Mel came from LA. Mel's one of all of our good friends and one of my best friends.
Mhm.
She used to live here for 5 years and moved to LA 3 years ago. But came back and celebrated all of her friends and had an itinerary for the entire weekend.
Yeah, whole itinerary.
Had us out in the street. Yeah, passed through the street. But it was really good. We ended it with the Hawks game Saturday night.
Yeah.
Which was fun. Yeah, had a good time.
That's awesome. All right. Well, Chike. My bad, Chike. How was your weekend?
Pretty good. I can't complain.
That's good.
We released the slot over the weekend. I don't know if you saw that.
You released what?
But we released the slot trailer, the trailer for the slot.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
It's officially out. It's a lot of good feedback. If you check it out, you can go to the film Facebook page to check out the trailer.
Okay, definitely.
Let me know what you think. Be very vocal. I really want feedback.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. All right.
Definitely check it out, TJ, for sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
Thank you. It's on my page. It's on the Slot Film page. And please, by all means, follow the Slot Film. It's everywhere, the Slot Film, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, the Slot Film.
The Slot Film. Check it out. All right. And we'll post it on our Facebook page as well so that it'll be easy if people need to go see it. Stephen Knight Show. All right, so the question of the day is, what's something you told yourself you would never do again? Ms. Parker?
I don't normally have those conversations with myself because I believe that repeat our lessons until it's learned. So every time we make a mistake, I don't categorize it as a mistake. It's just you're kind of just the lesson hasn't been learned. So, you know, there are things that I thought I was over or I've grown out of 4 or 5 years ago that I find myself kind of repeating it. And I used to be so judgmental of myself because I do a lot of self-work. I'm in therapy. I had a life coach. I read, I meditate. So a lot of times when those things come back around, I used to judge myself, but now I see it as, you know what, it wasn't fully, the lesson wasn't fully, it didn't fully resonate with me the way it needed to. So the universe repeats itself, repeats these lessons until you resonate, your soul resonates with it, or that part of you that needs to be healed. So I just see it as part of the process. I think our lives and the mistakes that we quote unquote label mistakes that we make are all part of our journey, and they're supposed to help us get back to who we really are and all of the, you know, get back to our true selves. I know that may be a bit out of there for a lot of people. I'm getting into my rant, but I just don't see it as bad as I used to, or take it as bad as I used to, judge myself as harshly as I used to. I become more loving towards myself the more I find myself in those spaces, because I think that's what we need the most. We need our own support when we find ourselves doing things that are unhealthy or not really good for us or doesn't serve us. We need our own support. We need our own love to get through it and choose better next time.
Yeah. What about you, Chica?
So I believe that we should all trust our own instincts, and normally your first mind is the right mind. And one of the things that I told myself that I would not do again, and I haven't done since I said it, was ignore red flags. I definitely pay attention to red flags.
Yeah.
Because they come up for a particular reason. It's causing alarm for you to pay attention to something.
I agree.
And 9 times out of 10, you're probably right.
I agree. For me, it's not drinking and driving. And I'll tell you why. Because I got back in 2011, I got a DUI. Right? It was so embarrassing. Miss Parker, she helped me through it with actually Mel, her best friend is an attorney, so she helped me up with a good attorney, whatever. Well, an attorney, I won't say it was good. But anyway, she did what she could. Anyway, so, you know, when you get a DUI in Georgia, you have to take a class. It's this class. And one thing they talk about is this is probably not the first time that something like this could have happened. And I remember thinking,
that is so true.
The year before, I was driving to a friend's house and I had been drinking, and I was literally about to pull into the complex, and I got pulled over for speeding. And he didn't do a full field sobriety test, but he, you know, took the light and flashed my eyes, and he ended up letting me go. But that should have been the thing that got my attention, but it didn't. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, yeah, so usually something precedes that as a warning before, you know what I mean, before the big event. And thank God, because, you know, I was watching that, I mean, in that class, they had, you know, these videos, and that class was very informative. We actually had the teacher on here years ago, but I told her I'd tell you one, that's how I knew her. But her name's Pamela Weeks, and we still keep in touch. But anyway, so in the class, you know, there's one guy, he was a military, came from a military family. He was off at college, and he was at a bar, had too many, drove home, blacked out, and killed someone. And so he's in jail for the rest of his life. And not only is he in jail for the rest of his life, but he has to live with the fact that he killed someone. So right. I think that's definitely a lesson learned, you know, don't drink and drive. And with Uber and Lyft now, that's my best friend.
No, but I think we had this conversation this weekend because there are people still getting multiple DUIs and still choosing to drive.
Yeah.
At this point, it's not even about you getting a DUI. It's about you killing someone.
Exactly.
Every day, there was an 18-year-old that came back from college for every semester of college. She came back because her mother. This happened last week. She surprised her mother because it was her mom's birthday. Okay. And you raised your child, send her away to college. She's in her first year. It's an exciting time for all of you.
Yeah.
She comes back to surprise you. She's on her way home after your birthday party, and a drunk driver hits her and kills her.
Man.
She had all this life.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we're selfishly thinking of, well, I don't want to get a DUI. No, you don't want to kill someone.
Exactly.
And most of the time, the people who are driving are not the ones who get hurt.
Yeah.
Because when you're under the influence, your body reacts to it, and 90% of the time you live.
Mm-hmm.
But you end up killing someone and ruin your own life, ruin everybody else's life.
Yep.
It's just not worth it.
It's not worth it.
I'd rather pay $50 for an Uber than have, somebody's child in the ground because I was not being responsible.
Exactly.
So people, please, I know that sometimes taking Uber can be a challenge. If it's that big of a deal, just don't drive. Carpool, Uber pool,
public transportation.
Split the Uber.
Yep.
Do whatever it takes not to be behind the wheel while you're under influence. Please, even if you're going out during the daytime, if you're going out to like a day party or a brunch. I'm still mindful if I not drinking, or if I do drink, I'm taking Uber.
Exactly.
Just my 3 cents on it.
I agree.
About your DUI, and I'm surprised you're sharing it, but that's good. I guess you worked past it.
Yeah.
But I remember we were driving home from the Halloween party.
Yeah, remember that?
I was going to die that night.
2010.
We were both drunk, but you were swerving all the road.
Mm-hmm.
And you used to hate not texting while you were drunk and driving. So you would be drunk, driving, and texting. And I was like, we're going to die tonight.
Well,
So,
yeah.
so
No, I'm telling you.
But when you're under the influence, you don't register.
You're not thinking.
Right?
Right.
And so, you're not thinking those things. And so, like you said, you making that decision, knowing that things happened prior to that.
Right.
That led to it. That could have been a worse situation.
Right.
I think that's good to acknowledge.
And it was a good thing that happened because, I learned a lot in those classes. Like, I didn't take it for granted having, I got to go to these classes. It was a two-day class, and they were really educational. That's why I wanted to have her on the show. And hopefully people that listened that day got to learn, All right, so tweet us, Stephen Ice Show, SHO, and let us know what is something you told yourself you'd never do again. All right, you ready to get into these hot topics?
Yes, sir.
All right, so people have been, for the last 7 months, most people in the world, not me, but have been wondering what Tristan Thompson did to get Khloe Kardashian to forgive him when he was caught creeping with multiple women when she was pregnant. Well, Sunday, last night on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe answered many folks' questions. And it was kind of uncomfortable to watch. She tweeted, "Tonight's episode is an uncomfortable and super emotional one for me. But when we signed up for a show over a decade ago, we signed up for a reality show, which meant showing you guys inside our lives, the good, the bad, and the ugly." She said, "To relive these moments all over again is incredibly difficult emotionally, but I also hope that with every trial, tribulation, and curveball life throws at us, that we all get to learn from our journeys. Amidst the tough times, I have been blessed with the ultimate gift, my sweet baby, True, who has changed my life in ways I could never imagine. Remember that you are never alone in your pain, and everything is temporary. Pain, joy, elation, panic, anxiety, it's all temporary. Be grateful for the experiences that continue to build character and make you who you are." So pretty much she was saying in other messages is that she thought outside of herself when it came to forgiving Tristan so that her daughter could have the experience of having her father in the delivery room, to have, that love, to see that she has both parents that love her. And so instead of being bitter and distance herself from him when he was caught cheating. So she went beyond herself and thought about the baby. What do you think about her opening up about this?
I watched the episode. I don't think she said that she forgave him in that moment. She chose not to deal with it. That's what she kept saying. I'm not going to deal with this until after my baby. But I think she handled it really well. I was actually really proud of her. And I think that sent, for me, whoever her fans and the fans, millions of people that watch the show, it sends a different message, right? That you can choose in any moment to display a positive attitude and have positive energy around you, which is going to help you out. Negativity is never going to be helpful in any situation. So especially when you heard being her first baby and she didn't know what to expect, and having a baby is a big deal.
It is.
You go in there negative and crying, anxiety, and people die having kids.
Yep.
So I think that I think it was a good message for her saying, you know what, that was an important movement, and I wanted my baby to come into this world in a positive light, a positive energy, and I wanted to experience her father's love. It wasn't about me. I chose not to deal with it in that moment. She kicked out of the house when it first came out. They were both in Ohio when the video was released, and she was on the phone with Kim and told Kim she told him to leave. Which I thought was probably the best thing too, so she can kind of concentrate on getting to the hospital, because it was like the day she was having a baby.
Wow.
And so I think she handled it really well. I think not dealing with it in that moment and not bringing her baby into a negative environment, negative energy, and for herself, her own health. I think she did well. Let me just say that and let Chike, add in.
Okay. Chike?
I always applaud people when they use their platform to help other people. Mm-hmm. And I guess in this particular instance, she's using this storyline to share with other people who may be going through the same thing.
Right.
And I can do nothing but applaud her. I respect her for her honesty and candor.
Yeah.
It's not easy to have cameras following you around all the time.
Exactly.
In your face and in your life.
And they say that the longer you do the show, and they've been doing it forever, the longer you do it the show, you sometimes forget the cameras are there. So you're even more open.
Yeah.
But I think it shows that she's going to be a great mother, because of the fact that she was selfless and thinking about her daughter over her own hurt and disappointment, especially when you're pregnant. Women are hormonal. And so, that she was able to put that aside to have the baby, make sure that the baby felt love from all, both parents. And then, and then I think they went to counseling and everything.
Yeah, I originally read that this wasn't going to be a part of her storyline, because the footage that was used was her personal video camera, that she had friends and family who were around her use their phone to take. So she had been on maternity leave from the show, so there wasn't any more shooting going on. So after they shot her and Scott going to Ohio, and Scott spent some days with her there, then he left, and she was going to then not be a part of that storyline. They were going to just show her at the end with the baby. She had a baby and that type of thing.
Right.
But because of what happened, she felt like she needed to share that with people. So a lot of the footage was her personal. You can tell was shot with a
personal footage. Okay.
Which, like she can say, I think that was powerful that she decided to share that.
Yeah.
Now, it still is. Relationships are so challenging. It's more recently I've learned I try not to judge people's relationships, even if I see it as toxic from my view.
Yeah.
Because everyone has to kind of go through their own relationship issues, and I think she's trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Well, wish them all, the best. And I think it's a good sign that she's gonna be a good mother. All right. Well, Real Housewives of Atlanta came back. I think to season 11 last night. And real quick recap: Greg has stage 3 colon cancer. Portia is engaged to a businessman that she got engaged to after only 5 months. Cynthia is dating a sportscaster on Fox Sports in L.A. Candy is back with Escape, and they were honored with an award from ASCAP. It's a high industry award. Eva is about to get married any day. Now, Kenya Moore is not on the show, but a lot of people say she stole the spotlight because over the weekend she gave birth to her daughter, Brooklyn Doris Daly. She's 47 years old, and her and her husband on the 4th yesterday. Now, the baby weighs 5 pounds 12 ounces. Now, Moore explained the baby's name in what magazine was it? She was on People magazine. She named it Brooklyn because that's where her and her husband met and fell in love. Doris, the middle name, is her grandmother's name, who passed away last year. Remember, that's the one that raised her. But anyway, they're all going to Miami because Nene has been kind of the rock of her family while Greg is going through these treatments. But she's still working. And she said that's how she's kind of able to deal with it, by just working through it, with her boutique and her comedy and all that. So she has a show in Miami. It's also Portia's birthday, so Portia decided to go down there and invite all the girls to go down there to just support her. So I guess that's what happens next week. So did you watch? What are your thoughts of the season?
I didn't watch. I've given up on that show, honestly, some years back. I do tune in and listen to the backlash and you know what people are having to say about it. But me personally, I don't tune into it anymore.
Yeah. Ms. Parker?
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. I kind of saw some clips on the Shade Room, and I recorded it, but I haven't watched it. It's not, you know, I have to be in the mood to watch shows. Like
Right.
that.
Exactly.
So, I can only take one thing at a time. I think I watched the Chloe part of the Kardashian. I kind of fast forward until she was like a baby.
Yeah.
To kind of see what was going on with that, and then after that, I needed something else, so I didn't watch more reality shows. So, but I see Cynthia post a lot of pictures of her guy, and actually the show that she met him on was a dating show, and Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey hosted.
And two of my guy friends, and,
So your guy friends what?
they were from Atlanta.
Oh,
Two
okay.
of my guy friends were on the show with her, so it was like a dating. It was a panel of like 5 guys, and it was her.
Okay.
She asked questions, and her guy Mike was on there. So that's how they all met.
Nice.
But two of my guy friends went to LA to film the show. Which I'm happy for her that she actually found someone while filming, you know, a dating thing with Harvey, which is it's fun. And you know, he seemed to be really into her. She's a Pisces, he's a Leo. You know how I feel about that. Good luck to them. Good luck to them, and you know, she seems happy and excited when she posts stuff. And like I said, he posts a lot of stuff about her as well. I see it on the Shade Room and all those other guys.
Well, they're saying about Portia. Portia's got the most light because, you know, she has this new boyfriend, and they went ring shopping together. Now, they were kind of side-eyeing her because she took him, or they went to the same place where Cordell bought her ring, her first marriage. Do you think that was disrespectful? But he doesn't know that.
Did they show that on the show?
They showed it, but he doesn't. I don't believe he knows that's where she got her first ring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then I heard too that they were only together for a couple
5 months
before she took ring shopping. Oh.
Yeah, 5 months.
What? So apparently, Candy knows him.
Yeah. Well, she asked him. So what happened was they were going. Portia's the one that called each of the women and invited them to Miami to see if they could go. So she called Candy, and Candy still feeling some kind of way. I guess she kind of standoffish, but Candy agreed to go. And so they were going to the airport. Portia and her fiance or boyfriend, whatever it is, they were going to the airport, and she was explaining who was all coming on the trip, and whether or not she should introduce him to them yet, because she said she's very protective of this relationship. And so anyway, he asked her, did she know? I believe it was Cynthia, and he said no. And then he said, do you know Candy? And he said, yeah. And she said, oh, really? How you know each other? He said he don't remember where he met her, but he knows her. And so she was kind of side-eyeing him, but she said she knew she was getting engaged that weekend, so she's not doing anything to mess it up. But apparently in the upcoming episodes, Candy and her have a conversation about it. You can see it on a preview, so it'll be interesting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I saw preview for the next show.
Right.
And Candy was saying everybody knows him or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently he owns. I don't know who he is. Yeah, apparently he owns a nightclub, hookah lounge, and stuff like that. Different entertainment spots.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he into like the industry.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. Well, somebody also said that Portia should come off of Real Housewives and go on what's the show called? VH1. Love and Hip Hop.
Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, they said she should go on there. They said she'd be a better fit. Well, Cardi B. One thing about her, Cardi B knows how to make her money, and so she just got a partnership with Reebok. They said it's a dream collab. They said long-standing legacy of nonconformity. It was Cardi B's individuality and the fact that she is an artist who never fails to defy convention, both personally and with her music. That made her a perfect match with Fit Reebok. Now the brand that's always put realness above perfection and humans above superstars has chosen no other than Cardi B as their ideal collaborator. Cardi B isn't just a world-class entertainer. She's a mother, a style icon, pop culture magnet, and above all else, a fearless individual. She's broken every mold that superstars are supposed to fit into, and she's reached the top of top by following nobody's path but her own. And then Cardi B, of course, posted a picture in her Reebok clothes and said, "If you don't know, now you know, Reebok." What are your thoughts?
I mean, congratulations to her, but Reebok needs to stop it. When was the last time chance be drought and all that stuff? This is BS. Cardi B is the only thing out there that they're able to get her, which is great, and they're trying to probably change their brand and cater to more of her audience. It's awesome too. It's just a business move. All that extra stuff, it wasn't needed. Just sign the girl and say you signed her and keep it moving. It's a business move. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. TK.
Kudos to everybody involved. They needed her. She needed them. Match made in heaven. Go make the money.
Yeah, I think what's also good about this is the fact that a lot of people said that when she decided to have her baby, that it would ruin her career, and we're seeing her career still doing big things. So I think that's good for her. All right, well let's take a quick break. We'll come back, more hot topics right back after this.
Run. And you don't run nothing, you just bumping guns. Yeah, I run it like I'm in a race. You ain't nothing, you ain't fresh at last. Whoever dreamed to be in second place, they don't run it, nah. And they ain't running, nah. And you don't run nothing, you just bumping guns. Yeah, I run it like I'm in a race. You ain't nothing, you ain't fresh at last. Whoever dreamed to be in second place, they don't run it, nah. And they ain't running, nah. Just won't leave my crib, so I call her a runaway. Plug, give me your pack. Tell me why would I run away? Quarterback sneak, get it gone in the blink, and I call for another play. He called me the running back, hand it off and it's on delay. Run it like Tummy, I give them a run for their money. I run it like Usain Bolt, yeah baby that running. Run it like I'm the CEO, wait, I am the CEO. I call it a hit and run, cause I hit it and baby I got to go. I might run away with it, if you take it there, like away we go. Head first time I'm running through it, head first and I'm running through it. Since Atlanta knows I've been running, you just run your track, you ain't running nothing. My young boys like the running gun, my whole team ballin', ain't no one-on-one. You just bumping guns, yeah I run it like I'm in a race. You ain't nothing, you ain't fresh at last. Whoever dreamed to be in second place, they don't run it, nah. And they ain't running, nah. And you don't run nothing, you just bumping guns. Yeah, I run it like I'm in a race. You ain't nothing, you ain't fresh at last. Whoever dreamed to be in second place, they don't run it, nah. And they ain't running, nah. Shot it mad like I gave her the run around, but really, I had to run around. Can't be no runner up, so I get it in and I run it up. Look, sorry I'm late, I was running behind all this cake. Can't take a break, let some feed in my face. Don't tell me in circles, you wizard, you ain't. What can I say? I gotta be frank, cause that's all I want in the bank. And to get it, I only see one way. Run it like I'm in a foot race. Run it like police done gave chase. The airplane ain't gon' tell them runway. I step out the house and treat the tractor like my runway. Like I gave it away. Run through a check, I get paid every day. Run through a cookie, she running away. He running in circles, that's running in place. Tell him you don't run nothing, you just bumping guns. Yeah, I run it like I'm in a race. You ain't nothing, you ain't fresh at last. Whoever dreamed to be in second place, they don't run it, nah. And they ain't running, nah. And you don't run nothing, you just bumping guns. Yeah, I run it like I'm in a race. You ain't nothing, you ain't fresh at last. Whoever dreamed to be in second place, they don't run it, nah. And they ain't running, nah. Run through a chick, I get paid every day. Run through a cookie, she running away. He running in circles, that's running in place. Tell him you don't run nothing.
could write a whole song about how I hate you, about how you played me and led me to believe that you want me, but you just not ready. So I'll wait around for your ass, yeah, I'm crazy. But truth is I love you and I don't know why. It's probably the way you look me in my eyes. And you such a Pisces, yeah, you put me on. And you put me in my place when I'm too much. I need that. Just one time in my life, don't need no yes man. This one nigga in my life, he's fucking honest. I love him cause he's everything I wanted. I need that. I need that. Baby, I'm forgiving you. Can we move on? Can we try this? Cause I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. Baby, I can talk about the lack of communication. How often you make me feel unappreciated. How I could've been out tonight hanging with my girls, but I'm with your ass all night cause that's what I prefer. But truth is I love you and now I know why. It's the way your hands fit perfectly in mine. And you such a Pisces, yeah, you put me on. And you put me in my place when I'm too much. I need that. Just one time in my life, don't need no yes man. This one nigga in my life, he's fucking honest. I love him cause he's everything I wanted. I need that, I need that. Baby, I'm forgiving you. Can we move on? Can we try this? Cause I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. I need that, I need that. Baby, I'm forgiving you. Can we move on? Can we try this? Cause I don't know what I'm gonna do without you.
All right, what's going on, y'all? This is Ricardo Grim Haunt in the airwaves. Right now, you listening to the Stephen Knight Show. Hey, don't go to sleep without saying your prayer.
All right, welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Want to remind you, we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram. Of course, our official website, thestephennightshow.com. You can also listen to us on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Just go to our website, thestephennightshow.com. All right, well, Vancouver Casino is feeling the wrath of Drake. Apparently, Drake went to this, he had a performance in Vancouver, and he went to gamble at Park Vancouver, which is a casino. And he feels like that he didn't, that they profiled him. They wouldn't let him gamble. They wouldn't service him and all that. So he went online. He said, worst run business I ever witnessed. Profiling me and not allowing me to gamble when I had everything they originally asked for. Now, Park has since released a statement apologizing to Drake, but also didn't deny the profile. So pretty much what they said was that they are against racism, they're against discrimination, and they apologize for it, and they're always looking to change their policies to make sure everyone's included. So pretty much they're saying that, yeah, we did profile you, but we didn't mean to. All other celebrities have come out since and said the same things happened to them there. And, of course, Drake's fans are, bashing him online and everything. What do you think about someone of Drake's stature, who's from Canada, being profiled at a place like that?
Listen, if you're black, it's possible. Okay? If Obama can be profiled and talked about, and it can happen to anyone. But I will say this, it was their loss. Because now, not only have they lost the money that Drake was going to bring in there, because that was his birthday week, so he was been turning up.
Yep.
But they're losing a lot of people who are in the industry as well.
Right.
And well, Drake can get good service there, and he's from there, then I'm not going there. So
right.
That's some more loss within the entertainment industry. And then just common people. People people like to gamble. They're not going to go there. If Drake can't get good service there, I definitely can't.
Right, exactly.
I think, obviously, I think it's going to hurt them more than it does Drake, and I think, it was a bad move.
Chica?
I agree. And the other component, too, is that they removed themselves from being a viable venue for people of Drake's stature to perform. No one's going to perform there. How would a performer feel or be on stage performing knowing that people of their likes aren't getting service at their concerts? So they killed themselves. They shot themselves in both feet.
Yeah, they need
as far as I'm concerned.
Some major damage control. Well, here's a weird story.
Yeah.
So an Uber driver has been charged with kidnapping after allegedly refusing to let 4 passengers out of his car this weekend. Well, the weekend of Halloween. According to reports via the New York Post, 35-year-old Khalil Ali was charged with kidnapping after refused to release the passengers from his vehicle. The kidnapping occurred when a man requested a ride, but Ali continues to drive in the opposite direction while denying the male passengers' requests to stop. As Al ignored the man's pleas to take the actual destination, the male passenger eventually jumped out of the vehicle. Following the first horrific incident, the Garden Grove native allegedly did the same thing with a woman who also jumped out of the car as well. Finally, he did it with 2 other people who, at this point, I guess they had called the police. The police had found him on a high car chase. They jump out of the vehicle because he wouldn't stop. So police say they don't know what the motive of him doing it, why he did this. But Khalil is charged on this past Friday and could face more than 23 years in prison if convicted. It's unclear whether or not he has an attorney. What would you do if you're in an Uber car and they refuse to stop?
I don't understand why. Did I miss something? Was something wrong with him?
They don't know. They don't know why he did it. 4 times.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. So how does he still remain a driver after it happens the first time? I'm confused.
Right.
Unless
confused.
they didn't report it initially, it was all on the same night. Or maybe there was
Maybe something was off with him that night. Maybe something was going on with him.
Well, now he's facing.
Does it say how old he? Does it say how old he was?
35.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Facing 23 years in jail for being dazed. I don't understand.
Wow.
What would you do, Miss Parker, if you're in the car and they refuse to stop the car?
How old is he?
35.
I don't even. This story is just so weird. I probably would have jumped on him.
Yeah.
So he refused to stop the car and took them where?
No, he was taking them they put in their destination to go somewhere. Right. He was taking them a whole different direction and refused to take them to the right place or even to stop the car and let them get out. So they had to jump out the car.
That's what I'm saying. It
wow.
Like something happened to him, like something was wrong.
Had to be.
I mean, that's not. He wasn't just doing that. I feel like he shouldn't be driving this.
That's way bizarre.
Very bizarre.
It just doesn't. It's not normal. Nobody with a regular mind would do that.
Right.
So he didn't just figure out if he's mentally ill to the point where he needs to be on medication or get off the road. Something is going on. No one does that. Just not stop. It just doesn't make sense.
Facing 23 years in prison. That's crazy. It's crazy. All right, so the IRS has one thing to say to Wesley Snipes: pay your taxes. Now, according to the blast, after trying to hit his tax case in court, I'm not sure what that meant. Wesley Snipes lost his appeal on $10 million in debt that he owed the IRS. Now, this isn't a new case at all. If you recall, Wesley Snipes was sentenced to prison for not filing his federal income taxes back in 2008 and has been in a legal battle with the IRS for over a decade for tax debt from the late 90s and early 2000s. He claims that his accountant and anti-tax advocate allegedly convinced him he did not have to pay his taxes. Snipes originally owed $23.5 million to the IRS, but was able to reduce it down to $9.5. He tried to settle for $850,000, but the IRS said nah. So Snipes filed an appeal, and the court sided with the IRS. Now, again, Snipes claims, again, the court, that his financial advisor took out loans and assets without his knowledge, but failed to provide enough evidence to back up the claim. the judge ruled $9.5 million payout would not cause Snipes to go broke, and he should be able to cover it. What are your thoughts?
I mean, he's been going through this for the last 20 years. I don't understand why he don't have it together yet.
Right.
Seems like he's been in court about taxes forever.
Yeah.
Like what's the guy that went to prison for taxes? Ron Isley.
Oh yeah, Ron Isley. Yep. Chike?
Well, so Wesley, get your writing team together, get your production team together, and let's come out with this Blade 4. Mm-hmm. And I need you to go over to that Marvel office and talk to them, because we're overdue a Blade movie, and I think that there'll be a marriage made in heaven yet again, and the money scale for these movies has jumped up tremendously since the last time you did one. You should be able to clear all your debt out with one movie and make it hot.
You still think he's a viable actor?
What you say?
You think he's still a viable actor?
That's why I say go over to Marvel, because he has a brand with the Blade movie. Right. He already has a set platform. Mm-hmm. He doesn't need to make a new movie. He doesn't need to gamble. Blade is a surefire hit, especially with Marvel being as hot as it is now.
Yeah.
Just have a meeting, come up with a good screenplay, get your production team, and if you need any pointers, go over there and talk to Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds did it all on his own. Yeah. He created, a movie from a character that Marvel had. You can do the same thing, because Blade was made for you. They put that out there for you. Revisit, make that money, pay your debts off, and get back to movie making. I don't want to hear about you in the news like this. I want to hear about you on the red carpet, because that's what we know you for. Get back to being Wesley Snipes, not this sniveling, money evader, tax evader person. That's not you. Get it together.
I agree. Pay your taxes. Yeah, because I still think he would be a viable actor. Like you said, he already has Blade. And I thought he was in something else not too long ago. Hopefully he can pull it together. All right. Well, our last story is really vote. Tomorrow is an important election day. And I know that Ms. Parker, you early voted. I early voted. I know Aaron did. Chika, have you voted?
Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m.
Awesome. It's very important. We see what happens when we didn't. Because, 50% of people did not vote in the presidential election in 2016. And you see what would happen. But now we have so many. I was talking to somebody, actually. I think that something is good from having him in office. Because you're seeing record number of women, they're, campaigning. You see
winning their election.
Yeah, winning. You see African Americans and minorities running. And it's a lot of stakes on the table. So make sure you vote. Ms. Parker, anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, just get out there and make your voices heard. Even if you feel like your voice is not going to count, do it in remembrance of your ancestors who didn't have the opportunity to. Even if you feel like, well, it's not going to count, just show up. Yeah. Anyway, do it anyway. Because they didn't even have the opportunity to show up and not have the voice count. They were just told that they couldn't. So even if it's just in remembrance of them, we don't know for sure what goes on back there. Yeah, I'm sure there's some questions about vote counting and not counting. But just show up. Just show up and do your duty at the very least.
Yeah. Chika?
Just the fact that a lot of people take voting for granted. It's not a right that we've always had. People have bled, people have been beaten, people have been lynched, killed, for us to be able to push those buttons that some people take for granted. Get out and vote. And I will probably add that if you do go out and vote and you notice that there's some suspicious behavior at the polls, maybe even if you can't find where you're supposed to poll, if they give you difficulty at the polls, report that, because that's part of voter suppression, and that's part of the agenda to keep you from voting. So make sure that you stay up on your P's and Q's, keep your eyes peeled, do your duty, and keep it moving. Do not become part of any type of drama at any polling stations, because we don't want to hear about you on the news of any kind. Arrive, push your buttons, go about your business, and have a great day.
Exactly, yeah. Make sure you vote. Go vote. All right, Ms. Parker, as always, thank you for Hot Topics and your contribution. And Chika, I'll see you in movie reviews.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night. Right back
Good
after
night.
this.
Music Machine, lyrics.
This that baby right here, K.
Yeah, boy.
Word. Look,
Do you think?
look. The product of housing tenements. Try blending with the innocent. It's to the moon like we chasing stars. Drinks in the air, we about to raise the bar. High Valerian can speak it, then can't eat with us. Dwayne Martin, these niggas is just some seat fillers. Teach, level up there, see the growth. Cryptocurrency, bitcoins to who need the most. Look. Was quick to want squeeze the toast. These days, got my bread till I see a loaf. Greedy, couple plates, we gon' eat the most. Point game, if we trail, at least we keep it close. Sipping toast, sipping in moderation. It was written in a proclamation. My obligation to the fairest the will. Give food for thought till they cherish the meal. Swerve it and pill. Chicks, notice the squad. I ain't talking foreign exchange when I study abroad. Know the facade. Got us lunching up an Olive Garden. Talking about portfolios and profit margins. We done finally reached the pinnacle. Without compromising the principles. Life good, overseas, different interviews. Back then, used to do it for the minimum. We done finally reached the pinnacle. Without compromising the principles. Life good, overseas, different interviews. Back then, used to do it for the minimum. Deep slumber, sleep till we see numbers. In the vision, seen it like Steve Wonder. Each summer hit a monetary apex. Lifestyle's much more than having safe sex. Strategic talks, dudes who don't pay chess. That's starving, only getting a taste test. Hood the thesaurus, finish wines imported. Learn the game from ballers that stay scoreless. Rap we paint portraits. Spitting riddles like we socially awkward. Pyrex jaws to the corporate office. Catapulted movements was flawless. We about to take a sabbatical. Got the brand, the crown's just collateral. We patrolling different avenues. Life's a bitch, used to wanna marry you. Look, it's kinda hard to think practical. Figure simple to new rational. Lack of aptitude, now me down the Georgia Shore. Authoritative, if you spill it, then it's word be law. Coded language, shit you never heard before. Verbal onslaught, like what do you wanna hurt me for? Dig, I'm a lyrical enthusiast. Mumble rap, me these niggas with a crucifix. We used to listen with exuberance. Think they bars coming from a lack of tutelage. Throwing jabs like a pugilist. Not the best, I suggest you go review your list. We done finally reached the pinnacle. Without compromising the principles. Life good, overseas, different interviews. Back then, used to do it for the minimum. We done finally reached the pinnacle. Without compromising the principles. Life good, overseas, different interviews. Back then, used to do it for the minimum.
We're finally here.
Talk to him, K.
We're finally here.
Boy, lyrics, man. K Black, the music machine.
We're finally here.
Feeling this.
Finally here.
Oh, yeah. and she could always share. She had a lot on her mind. She needed to work out, but I just need to know if it's official. My commitment ain't the issue. Because I thought our love was strong, I didn't mind just hanging on. But it's been a while, and I'm feeling down. My status has to change, girl. We can't stay the same now. Cause I'm tired, baby. Let me know. Let me know. If you wanna move on, just let me know. Tired of being on hold. Girl, just let me know, no. Tired of being on hold. Girl, let me know, no. If it was up to me, I'd be with you forever. I want so much to hold on to, be strong for our love. Cause I'm tired of being on hold. I am tired. Let me know. Let me know. If you want to move forward or to move on, let me know. Just let me know. Tired of being on hold. Girl, just let me know, no. Tired of being on hold. Girl, let me know, no.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the First Lady Faith Evans, and you're listening to the Stephen Knight Show.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Chique, you're holding down movie reviews solo tonight.
Sir, what's going on? So, long time coming. I've been waiting for this movie to drop for a minute. Bohemian Rhapsody, that was a big movie that I screened for the weekend. The biopic of the band Queen, with its band leader, Freddie Mercury as the front runner, the hot subject. This movie was everything. It gave me life. I swear, just hearing the music took me back to my childhood, and it took me to a place, to a time, I guess, where things were different and more simplistic as compared to now. You don't have to have been a fan of the music to really appreciate the story, and the story is basically someone emerging into the icon that they were born to be. The struggles, the trials and tribulations of a band, the infighting, the business part of it. And this movie stars Rami Malek. You may know him from iRobot. Ben Hardy, and Michael Myers, who is completely unrecognizable as the music mogul in this movie. I actually forgot that Mike Myers was going to be in it. I saw his name on the credits, and I'm thinking, okay, who's he going to be? And then when they showed him, I had no idea it was him because of the prosthetics and everything. He did an awesome job. Everyone did an awesome job. I do believe that this movie may see some staffatures between now and the award season. It may win things. It was just that. And they grossed, $50 million over the weekend?
Nice.
So I don't know. You being as you're a musician, do you like any Queen music, Stephen?
Can't say that I know of any, but I know the name. You know what I mean? I know the name, and even when I was watching,
you know some Queen music. You know "We Will Rock You."
Oh,
you know that song.
Oh, that was them. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
See, I'm embarrassed now. Yeah, I do know. We. Yeah, no, but I was watching the cast they interviewed on some show last week, and they're talking about what they had to do to get into character. They watched a lot of YouTube clips, you know, and one of the band members actually helped with with them creating this movie. So it seemed really, really good, and it was at a pinnacle point in time, where bands were huge like that and iconic. You know what I mean? I didn't realize the lead singer died in 1991, though.
And actually their last performance that they did together was for the Live Aid, which was a reuniting of them at that point, because they had not played together in years.
Oh, wow.
Before that, and they got together to play for Live Aid because Freddie Mercury was actually suffering from AIDS at that point.
Right.
Wanted to do one last concert with Queen before,
right. It got too bad.
End of days.
Yeah.
And while he was still pretty healthy, and he put on a hell of a show for Live, and he was sick at the time, and he put on a hell of a live show. And that's something that goes down as history, because Live Aid was a historical moment in music history.
Yeah.
So definitely check that out. Especially if you're a fan of like the 80s time, and this movie spans from 10 years, well, maybe 15 years, from 1970 to about 85, 86, around that time. So definitely check it out. I highly recommend it.
Nice.
That was the only movie that I screened, and of course, everything else is Netflix and television. Ray Donovan is back on the air. I do live for that show, and Deuce just had his final episode for the season, which is another awesome show. If you're a fan of the HBO shows such as The Wire, Broke Empire, and what was the last one? Treme. They put out a couple shows that are kind of the same about cities and historical parts of the cities, and just basically the cities as they grow, with characters playing in the cities. That tends to be HBO's brand when it comes to certain shows. Definitely check out The Deuce, because it's about the New York Times Square area and the rise and fall of Times Square from the 70s to leading into now.
Nice.
How they've cleaned it up and they've changed it. It's very, very good. Check it out.
Okay. What are you watching on TV?
That's pretty much all I have. Oh my God, everything.
I know. There's so much good TV now.
So okay, do you still watch The Walking Dead?
I don't.
Are you? Okay.
But I heard everyone's excited about it.
I gave up on The Walking Dead, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it became too formulated for me.
Right.
I almost could predict what was going to happen in the next episode.
The walkers.
And when things get like that for me, I tend to shy away from it.
And it's the last season?
I haven't. Say that again?
And it's the last season?
Well, they hint that every season is the last season, but the lead character is leaving.
Oh, okay.
He's going to be reappearing. They're going to do some spin-off shows, and they're going to have movies. Specifically for AMC. I'm glad that they decided to do that because of the monotony that I was experiencing being a fan of the show. I couldn't anymore. So I probably will get acclimated to it once they start doing different things. I'll check it out. But as of right now, the way The Walking Dead was, I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, people that are Walking Dead fans, this is what's to come in the future. You'll see Rick again, but he's going to be in other shows, other movies. And I just caught up on my Will and Grace. I had stopped watching that for a second. I mean, since the start of this season. I did watch them last season when they came back after, how many years were they going?
Yeah.
11? Was it more than that? They were gone for a long time.
Yeah.
And they came back, swinging. And pretty much the same spirit that Roseanne had came back when she came back swinging, which started with great ratings. I hear the Connors are okay.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give them a little time to catch their footing, with the whole killing off the Roseanne character,
right?
And how they're going to survive from that. So at least give them, until Christmas, till the holiday season to get it together.
I mean, I've been watching it, and it is funny, but Roseanne was the show. You know what I mean? And so that's a huge void to fill. The show's still good. Again, I don't know how long it's going to last, but because she's no longer there, you're starting to see other characters come in, like DJ. That's the son, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he was married on, his storyline. He's married to this black woman who's in the military overseas. Well, this season she's back, and so you're seeing her around a lot. And you know, I don't know. I mean, it's good, but it's just Roseanne. You know what I mean? So it's kind of big shoes to fill. But I've been watching that. Blackish. Tonight, 911 comes on. Angela Bassett. That's such a great show. Main reasons why. What's it on?
This Is Us. You still watch
This Is Us. I watch. What's it on our own? Greenleaf.
Greenleaf.
Yeah.
But they just ended, right? They just had their season finale.
I believe so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I guess normally when Greenleaf goes off, Queen Sugar comes on.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's Miss Parker's show. She loves that show.
I do too.
Yeah, I do too.
So that's good programming on, and I don't know about you, but I'm finding it to be, you know, as more streaming, you know, develops, I find it harder and harder to stay up on a lot of the programming because there's shows just popping out of everywhere,
right?
And it's like, oh, I have to get into that. Oh, I have to get into that. And then the season will pass, and I'll forget about it, and then I have to go back and catch up on it. Another show that I love is Better Call Saul, which is a spinoff of Breaking Bad, which, in my opinion, I think Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad.
Oh, wow.
Simply because of the dynamics of the show. So they're telling a show that is after events in Breaking Bad, and they're telling it in the format of retrospect.
Okay.
So they're basically telling you how the lawyer of Breaking Bad became a lawyer and how he got to be involved with criminals the way that he was in Breaking Bad. And they're telling you that story the whole time from the present standpoint because he's having flashbacks as it relates to him being in witness protection program. The show, if you think about it, is brilliant and is very tricky, and it's risky because of the time factor in which they're telling it.
Yeah.
Love it. The writing is awesome.
And cannot forget How to Get Away with Murder. That show is still amazing.
Yeah. Yes. So there's the TV going on out there, and there's a new show on Amazon with starring Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts,
Homecoming.
I want to see that.
So I said I was going to check that out this weekend. Slot some time out to absorb it. But I haven't paid any attention to any new movies coming out. I'm going to get my old trusty dusty papers out and mark some things on my calendar to go check out some things.
Most definitely. And let us know.
This is the holiday season.
It is, and I love holiday movies. But let us know again about your movie, the trailer, and where we can see it again.
Okay. So my film is called The Slot, and anywhere on social media you can find it, hashtag The Slot Film. The trailer is on my page, Facebook, Chike Evans. It's on the Slot Films page, and it's also on my director, Damon Darrell's page. And just check it out. Please leave me a note, drop me something, anything, and be totally honest. Tell me what you think of the trailer. The feedback that I'm getting back thus far is they can't wait to see it because it's so suspenseful. Like, there is a build-up in the trailer to get you stirred up as to what's going on. So be honest. Tell me what you think, and hopefully I'll be to a town where you are to screen it.
Most definitely. All right, Chike. Well, as always, thank you for letting us know what to spend our money on, what not to, and have a great week.
Absolutely. You too.
All right. Right back after this.
Oh my God. Right, nothing like
This is Janera, and you're listening to The Stephen Knight Show.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Aaron Cosby, how's it going?
Stephen Knight, happy Monday. Happy Election Eve.
Yes, Election Eve. I know you already voted. You texted me over the weekend, right?
Yes, sir. I voted on Saturday.
Okay, nice.
I voted early. I was in line for a little over an hour. It was worth every second of it. Yes. I even got a flat tire in the process because the parking was just ridiculous, and I end up avoiding getting hit by this lady who was just driving crazy. She was about to hit me, whatever. She wasn't paying anything.
Oh my gosh!
I guess she was trying to look for a parking space and she wasn't looking.
Yeah.
I had to swerve, and my tire ran up on this sharp curve. It was really sharp. It was the metal part where the water goes into the drain.
Oh wow!
The water flows in, and you know that there's like the metal top of that. Anyway, it's sharp, and my tire just kind of hit it just right, and it popped. And
Man.
But anyway.
Well, glad you're able to vote, though.
I voted.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
Yeah, when I went, it wasn't that.
Tires fixed, it's changed, everything is fine.
Good.
Yeah.
I went, it wasn't that bad. You know, I was there maybe 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. It wasn't bad. They had a really good system going. But, you know, you went Friday, so I'm sure a lot of people getting that last minute, early.
I went Saturday, which was the final day.
Right. Early voting.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so that's pretty much why. And also, I'm assuming that the reason why it was so packed also was because it was on a weekend day.
Exactly. People are off from work.
They didn't have to go to work, so everybody just kind of probably all decided
just go today.
Do it Saturday.
Yeah.
And we were all there, but it was lovely.
Yeah, let's go.
No one complained. There was young, old, white, black, brown, blue, green, beige. Everybody. I mean, they were all there.
That's
everybody
good.
Was there.
That's good.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
All right.
So yes, I voted. So hopefully, not hopefully, definitely, people, please vote tomorrow. If you haven't voted, please.
Exactly.
Vote.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
All right. Well, what's going on in sports? I know you're happy your boys won yesterday. Well, no, but because you're a Redskin fan too, aren't you?
Okay. We kind of break everything down.
Okay.
Right. I'm very unique when it comes to my favorite football teams.
Okay.
All right. So the first football team that I actually really just enjoyed, fell in love with, was my squad, was the Washington Redskins.
Right, yeah.
And the reason being is because that was the first team that I remember watching the Super Bowl, that actually won the Super Bowl, and that was back in the early 90s.
Okay.
That one, I think it was in 1991 or something. It was in the early 90s.
Okay.
And I remember that. I mean, I was very, very young, but I remember that. And my grandmother bought me a Redskins starter jacket, and that was it.
That was your team, yeah.
People that don't know, starter jackets,
they were fly.
In the 90s was like,
yeah. I had a Chicago Bulls one.
Oh, see, yeah. Having a starter jacket was status, like
right
in school or just anywhere. Like if you had on a starter jacket, you were status. Like
right.
You was like, oh, okay, yeah, thumbs up. All right. So that being said, so that's why the Redskins are very, very, very special to me.
Mm-hmm.
But the first football team that I actually went to a game was the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
That was my very first ever football NFL game that I actually went to.
Okay.
But the very first football stadium that I ever went to, which is weird, was the Georgia Dome in Atlanta.
Okay.
When I was a kid. My grandmother took me there when they had just finished building it. Back
wow.
in 1992, and it was open house, so everybody could go, and we went. And so the Falcons are special just because they're my hometown team.
Mm-hmm.
Like I grew up knowing who the Falcons were.
Right.
But I didn't go to a game when I was young. So.
Okay. A little trivia, a little history.
So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
So let me ask you this. So when the Falcons play the Redskins, who are you going for?
Man, the Falcons.
Okay. Well, they won.
yes, they did. And the reason being is because the Falcons, that's home. Like that's my family. That's
right.
My dad, my grandma. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's deep. It's
right.
really deep.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's.
I got you.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right.
But yes, they did win. They are now 4 wins and 4 losses.
Okay.
They actually played very well. I mean,
I was watching. I was watching
too.
Yeah.
I was kind of squinting too.
We were surprised. That's the Falcons came to play.
Yeah.
They came to play. Yeah.
I was surprised. It was like, okay, they had a sense of urgency.
Right.
Like, okay, y'all, we can still salvage this season. We can still make the playoffs. It's not over. It's just halfway. The season's just halfway over. We can make this better. We can turn this around.
Yeah.
And that game showed me that they want to win. They want to be in the playoffs. They want to play better, and they did because
they came out hard. Yes,
went up to Washington, and Washington on paper looked like the better team. They had the better record.
Mm-hmm.
They were winning games and stuff, so it looked like Washington could have beat them, but they didn't.
They did not.
So kudos to the Falcons. Yeah,
they did not. 38-14.
Yes, let's see if they'll do it again the next game.
All right, we'll give them this for now.
Right.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
All right.
Right. We'll see. All right, now my favorite college football team, of course, is the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Of course.
So, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Right. They won. They went down to Austin, Texas. They played Texas. People really didn't think that they were going to beat Texas. You know, it was kind of iffy. West Virginia went in there and they won on a 2-point conversion play with seconds remaining in the game, and they won by 1 point, 42-41.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And with that win, that puts them in the college football playoff conversation now. So West Virginia, I think they are 7-1. That's their record, I believe. So they are playing extremely well, and I'm proud of them because playing in Texas is tough.
Well, you
There's
know,
a lot going on that's against you. The refs can be questionable with the calls and stuff. So.
You know, something interesting that happened. I was out at dinner on Friday. We were celebrating this girl's birthday, Melanie. Shout out to Mel. And so I was sitting at the bar because they didn't have enough chairs, because I forgot the RSVP. But so 2 of the guys, they sat me at the bar, and they were talking about football, and one of the guys said that he's not watching this season because of the Colin Kaepernick thing, but he's been watching college football. So I thought that was interesting. But did you hear about the cheerleader? Her name is Kayla Morris. She's a cheerleader for the 49ers. She kneeled during the national anthem. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, she kneeled. Yeah, that was cool. That's her right.
Yep.
She's entitled to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Good for her. Good for her. And as far as with watching football games, I don't watch them live.
You don't?
No, I don't. I will. I'll watch maybe like the first. Okay, I'll have them on my DVR. So what I'll do is I'll watch after it's already after the game is over. I'll watch it later, and I'll watch maybe like the first first 5 minutes of it, and then the last 2 minutes, if it's a close game. If I fast forward into the last 2 minutes, whatever, and it's a blowout, then I just end it, stop it, delete it. I do not watch 3 hours worth of football anymore. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
I will only do that if I'm paid to do that.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if like that's part of my job to actually, waste 3 hours of my day to watch those games, or if I'm going to the Super Bowl or something like that, or playoff games or something. But,
right.
Yeah. I'm not doing that. So, but also I don't want to do it just because of, Collins needs to get a break. There are some teams that need quarterbacks, and I'm not saying that he needs to be picked up. I'm just saying give the man a trial.
Right.
Try. You know what I'm saying? That's all that I'm saying. Try the guy out.
Give him a fair chance. Yeah.
Yeah. Just give him a fair chance. And if his skills are not up to par, then that's cool. Up to par, bam, we can move on.
Right.
But to just blacklist him for obvious reasons, it's cool.
Right.
It's not cool. So. But anyway, moving on from football. Oh, no, I got to say one more thing. All right. Congratulations to the New Orleans Saints. They are a beast of a team. I don't know if you saw the Sunday night game. It was the game of the week. I'm sorry, it was the Sunday afternoon game.
Okay.
Sunday. Saints played the Los Angeles Rams, who were the last undefeated team in the league, but they lost to the Saints yesterday. So there are no undefeated teams left in the NFL this season.
Wow.
And the Saints played a hell of a game. So to me, they are the best team in the NFC, and I would actually, I would say that they're better than the Patriots right now.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Saints they are for real. They are really for real. They're really, really, really real. So, all right, kudos, Saints, nice. And Falcons, hopefully y'all pick up some steam, and maybe they can slide into one of those wild card spots in the playoffs. We'll see. Oh, and the Panthers also won. So.
Okay. Shout out.
Yeah. And basketball quickly. NBA, the Lakers are still struggling. They don't look good. Like Bron doesn't even look. It doesn't look right. Like. I really thought that this was going to work, and it's still early.
It's still early. Yeah.
It's still early. They need to make some trades. They need to change some pieces. Like it's not looking like a LeBron James kind of a team right now. It's really, with all due respect to those men that are on the team, it's really LeBron and some scrubs for the most part.
He's used to that.
I'm just telling you. Yeah, it's just they don't play any defense. There's no passion. They're just getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
That's how
getting this check.
They're just in
doing the bare minimum.
They think Bron is supposed to score, rebound, defend, assist, block. And they're just supposed to reap the benefits.
All right.
That's how it goes. And it really goes to show you that the teams that Bron was on in Cleveland and Miami were actually very good teams.
Yeah.
He was just the
star.
He was the icing on the cake, but really those teams were really good teams, and they played off of him. Like they were energized. They wanted to play great ball because of him. But this Lakers team is just not there. They are just not there. They're not good at all. So make some changes because I really want to see them play well. I want to see them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I want to see what they can do. But as of right now, it's not looking.
Not looking good.
It's still early. Again, it's still early. Things can change.
Very true.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all I got, man.
Okay.
I was gonna ask you about them housewives, but
we'll say that for hot topics.
yeah. I'm gonna leave it because
there's a lot.
I'm gonna shut up. But yeah, the mess. It was crazy. All right. You can follow me on Gram, on book, on Twitter. First name, last name.
All right, Ron. Well, as always, have a great week. We'll talk next Monday.
All right, man.
All right. Right back after this.
Doctor E.
It's been a long time coming out. I overcame all the drama now. I'm going strong on my bounce back. My setback got me on track. Now every day it's a new task. Face my fears covered up underneath the mask. I had to ease my mind from the crazy shit, adjusted for the perfect fit. Scars from my past, but surrounded with the counterfeit. All I need in this life is me. No stress, no pain, feel free. Look around, up and down, can't you see? All I need is me. Let me catch the grips, control my attitude, let me lock my lips. And when they pop the clips, I push the anchor down, then I rock the ship. Yo, I been smoking steady, tripping, get the sipping. Told them, listen, I ain't ready for the petty. When I dodge it, I stay ready. Fatal humble, keep it heavy, stay low key. Call me shady, I ain't with it. Tell them critics, I ain't with it. It was kinda hard for me to see. Dreaded pain turn to misery. Lack of love in the families. Jealousy from my enemies. I had to keep it going. Shoulder weight maxed out, keep it flowing. Then I rise above it. Bragging rights, longer nights, I put nothing for it. Chuck. All I need in this life is me. No stress, no pain, feel free. Look around, up and down, can't you see? All I need is me. All I need in this life is me. No stress, no pain, feel free. Look around, up and down, can't you see? All I need is me. Yeah. All I need is. Ain't nobody out here living for me. 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 This recovery. So now I'm headed to recovery. I'm headed to recovery. I'm headed to recovery. So now I'm headed to recovery. Gotta recover me. Now I'm headed to recovery. All I need is me. All I need in this life is me. No stress, no pain, feel free. Look around, up and down, can't you see? All I need is me.
This is Miss Parker, and you're listening to the Stevie Knight Show.
Well, that's our show. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you for listening. Hope you have a great week, and we'll talk again next Monday. Have a great one. Good night.
What's up, y'all? We are June's Diary, and you're listening to the Stevie Knight Show.
Tonight is all eyes on me. Everything